Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's CITI program webinar. Today's topic is research considerations for medical students and will be presented by Dr. Jane Dumsha from Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine. Dr. Dumsha has been at Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine since 1995. She is responsible for all pre-award grant activities, including budget development and management, grant and contract negotiation with funding agencies and subcontractors, and compliance with all institutional research assurances. Her office is also responsible for administering the IRB and IACUC. Jane has been a member of the American Medical Writers Association since 1981 and a certified health education specialist since 1997. She earned her PhD from Trident University International in June 2008.
So these are our learning objectives for today. We're going to define research, differentiate research from non-research activities, including standard of care, summarize the responsibilities and authority of an institutional review board, recognize various types of potential harms and vulnerable populations, and identify who is an investigator and describe their responsibilities. Preparatory to research, it is important to note, may also require IRB review and informed consent of the subjects. If you are examining protected health information for study feasibility or things like sample size, this can involve HIPAA, which some IRBs are responsible for. What exactly does an IRB do? One of the first things that we do, and I'll say we because I've been involved with IRBs for many, many years, help investigators to ensure that their research complies with regulations and policies. The common rule, which is the federal regulations, is the baseline, but the institution may have more stringent rules. The primary responsibility of the IRB is to protect the rights of the human subjects. There are special classes and regulations for these special classes. So there are vulnerable populations, and you as students are considered vulnerable because your ability to say no may be impaired. You may feel unduly influenced to say yes to something. So it is important at all times to adhere to institutional policies and procedures that mesh with federal regulations. So it is important to complete required training and education, get the administrative approvals, get written IRB approval or a written exempt determination before beginning any research activities, and that's back to the tiptoeing through the tulips of looking at charts, for example. So how do you develop an idea? Think about whether it is feasible, whether it's interesting, novel, ethical, and relevant. So for example, I used to review resident papers for family medicine board certification. One of our family medicine residents wanted to do a paper for board certification on cancer chemotherapy recommendations, but that's not really relevant to a primary care physician, so we suggested they do something else.
I invite everyone to review our content offerings regularly as we're continually adding new courses and webinars in various areas of research, ethics, compliance, safety, and professional development throughout the year.